Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project, and today we are at Save A Forgotten Equine in Redmond with Terry and Kaya. And who do we have for adoption today?
This is Darla. She is around 11 years old. She's a 14 one-hand Appaloosa mare that came to Save in October of 2021.
So 11 years old, that's a great age for a horse. They've kind of gotten their wiggles out. If she could speak English, how would she describe her perfect day?
Her perfect day would definitely involve a nap in her stall, cozy shavings, eat some breakfast with her horse friends. She loves her little mare herd that she's turned out with right now. Maybe hang out with her human, just go for a little ride around the property or something, or in the arena. She loves the arena too. And yeah, definitely back in her comfy stall for another nap. She's big on naps.
And that's the nice thing about those horses that have gotten to an age like this, because they kind of have the best of all worlds, right? They like to have a little bit of activity, but they also like to have a little bit of downtime. And it seems like she's very relaxed with us as we're talking. How would you guys describe her personality?
She's pretty shy. Coming to Safe, she was not halter started. Or if she was, everything about that was very frightening.
Yeah.
So even to this day, you can kind of notice, like, I allow her to come to me, to sniff me, but if I'm going to reach out to her, she's going to want to go away.
Mm-hmm.
So she's very sensitive. That first touch, that initial putting my hands on her, can be a little alarming to her. So while she is 11, as we are here at a rescue, past traumas are definitely in there. So what we're working to do is put good experiences in, but you're still going to find a little bit of that trauma. Yeah. So her personality, she's good with other horses. She's been out in both a mixed herd with geldings and mares. She's kind of middle of the ground. She doesn't act too aggressive, but she does hold her own. Right now she's out with, I think, 4 or 5 other mares, has a little buddy that follows her around all over the place. She gives comfort to the other horse. The other horse is Esme, that I always see her with a lot out there, just because Esme was a bottle-fed orphan foal, and so she's kind of needy.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily know horse etiquette as much as maybe Darla would.
Yeah, she's always right next to the other horse, and they're like, "Yeah, give me some space." But Darla puts up with it, and they have a really good relationship. They've worked it out, and even when Esme is learning now to go for walks on their own property and outside, I've asked Darla to help and be there for comfort for Esme, so she can be a support horse to those others. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Now, for people that aren't familiar with different horse breeds, what kind of breed is Darla?
She's an Appaloosa. She's pretty much all white. Normally Appaloosas are spotty, but she's got little spots that come out in the summer when she sheds out.
Kind of like her summer freckles.
Yeah, exactly.
Then she also has these really beautiful spots around her eyes and around her muzzle. So, what would Darla say her ideal living situation would look like? Would it have another horse friend? Would it have a stall or a pasture?
She definitely, as Kaya said, loves her naps and her shavings, so she likes her stall and doesn't mind coming in at all. We do that during the winter, have the horses come in, and then during the summer we let our horses live outside 24/7, which she also enjoys and does well with a group of horses. Yes. She doesn't have any misbehaviors about those. Easy to catch now outside. Happy to be in the stall, no vices, doesn't make banging noises or crazy. She does kind of get at her hay bag a little bit, doesn't she? I think she aggressively eats at her hay bag.
She's a really easy keeper. She likes her food.
She loves her food. She loves her
good,
naps.
though.
Yeah. We definitely ask here at Safe that when horses get adopted, they do have some sort of companion or friend at home that's another herd type animal. So ideally that's another horse, but can be a goat, a sheep, a mini, other things like that. But not a dog or a chicken. They just don't give the same support. And the horses do need that other horse to help them with being able to lay down and sleep to feeling safe, comfort, all those good things. Oh, yes.
Now she's a little bit slow to warm up at first, a little bit shy. Does she have any other behavioral or health issues that might be making it harder for her to get adopted?
I think the shyness has been the big thing. A few people have come out to meet her and they just don't connect with her right away. And so I would ask somebody, if they are interested, to give her a try and come a few times. Because that initial visit, most people are a little nervous. They're here, I'm watching them, we're getting to know each other. And she picks up on all of that. So she might be looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Because your tummy's feeling little butterflies in it, and she knows it. So I see her with Kaya. I see her look at Kaya, and her eyes get soft, and she enjoys being around and knowing her people. But she's still, as a horse here that has past trauma, and she's only been ridden for about a year. So even though she's 11, she hasn't been ridden for 8 years. She's only 12 months, and so she's still going to need somebody to support her. So we put her as an intermediate because she really doesn't have any super naughty behaviors, but she's young and she can, she has a little vacation time, she can kick up her heels a bit, but she's never done anything that scared Kaya or any of the other volunteers working around her. One of her main medical needs is shoes. Her front feet are tender, so she either needs boots or shoes.
Okay.
And the other thing that we full disclosure on everything is that she still needs work with her feet. If she feels cornered or in a situation where it's tight and you go for a back foot, she might kick out because she's going to protect herself. And then look and see if you're around still. She is definitely an independent woman.
So just be aware of that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know, Kaya, you were saying earlier she's not a super snuggly in your pocket horse, but I love how intentional she's being about how she's using her space. She will very subtly lean toward you, lean toward Terry. So she's doing it on her terms. She likes to be, one of the girls, but she just doesn't want messing with her hair.
I feel ya.
So if somebody sees this segment and they feel like they have the perfect home for Darla, how do they reach out to Save?
Our website, savehorses.org, has articles about Darla from the day she came in, so you can follow her story right along to see everything that we've done with her. There's some videos also online of her riding, so that people can get a good idea of those, and there's a progression of them. We've done a few of them. We have an online application that people fill out. We give them a phone call, do an interview, and then set up for them to come out, see Kaya riding her, then get on and ride, maybe come back another time if it makes sense, if they want to see her again or more. It's nice to see horses on different days, and we're open to all of that. Maybe take her for a ride around the trails. We're right here on Farrell McWhorter, so there's a nice park that we can go out for a short walk. And then we do site reference checks. We continue with a 30-day trial, so they're adopted the day they leave, but for any reason they need to be returned. It didn't work out, she wasn't the right fit, she didn't get along with the horses at home. All of those are reasons that people return the horses, and we give them back their adoption fees. And we want to make sure that this is a right fit for Darla and for them. We do our annual check-ins, which are a celebration. We want to see how the horses are doing and what great adventures they're on with their new families. And it also allows us to stay in community with our adopters. So if they or the horse should ever need us again, we're right there.
Well, thank you so much, Terry and Kaya. And we're so hoping somebody sees Darla's segment and they fall in love with this special girl. Thank you, Darla. This has been Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project. We shine the light on harder to adopt pets because their stories are